Hey everyone, here are 10 perfectly casted TV roles. Number 10, Tom Ellis as Lucifer Morningstar from Lucifer. If you had to imagine what the devil looks like, I'm sure it would look something like Tom Ellis. This man is tall, he's good looking, and he has a confident demeanor. And those are all characteristics that I presume should be in the devil. And Tom Ellis embodies those characteristics to perfection. Plus, he's a very charismatic and charming person, and he brings that to his performance as Lucifer Morningstar and made Lucifer a very, very interesting and charming and charismatic person to watch. Tom Ellis' portrayal was very, very captivating. He draws you in. Every time you see him on stage, you're just in awe of what you're saying. Tom Ellis captured the essence of the character. Plus, he uses a British accent, and that also adds to the overall sophistication of the character. Honestly, Tom Ellis was the perfect person to play Lucifer Morningstar. Number 9, Rainn Wilson as Dwight Schrute from The Office. Honestly, I could have picked a number of characters from The Office that are the perfect person to play their role, like Steve Carell as Michael Scott, John Krasinski as Jim Halpert, and so many other actors. All those actors really, really portray the characters and they feel like nobody else can play it. But there's something so special about Rainn Wilson's performance as Dwight Schrute. Rainn Wilson fully embodied the Dwight's quirks and idiosyncrasies. He acted the character and he played the character to perfection. And his comedic times and that thing also elevates his performance to a much greater level. His physical comedy and his general comedy overall, it just makes him the perfect person to play Dwight. I can't see anybody playing Dwight other than Rainn Wilson. That's how good and enthralling and magnetic his performance was as Dwight Schrute. Number 8, Charlie Cox as Matt Murdock from Daredevil. Charlie Cox embodied this character to the fullest. He captured his physicality and the presence of the character. Every time he's on scene, he's just so magnetic to watch, and he's very charismatic and likable as Matt Murdock. And the way he captured the essence of the character was done in a very, very nuanced and magnificent way. And he managed to infuse the character of Daredevil with so much emotional depth and complexity. Man, he did it to perfection. And his chemistry with the rest of the cast is another thing that just elevates his performance and his portrayal as the Daredevil. Charlie Cox as Daredevil is one of those castings in superhero flicks that work so so well. Number 7, Viola Davis as Annalise Keaton from How to Get Away with Murder. From one lawyer to another lawyer. Viola Davis as Annalise Keaton is one very, very powerful performance. The way Viola Davis captures the commanding presence of the character was something that was done in a very brilliant way. Her portrayal was a very, very compelling portrayal to watch. And the fact that you can see this woman as strong as she seems to still be vulnerable in some moments was something that was done superbly well. Like a lesser actor could have easily fumbled it. But Viola Davis is such a brilliant actress. She was able to capture the character's strength and her vulnerability so seamlessly without it compromising herself and making the character feel like a much more realistic and grounded character. And the wide range of emotions that she explores in this film is done with subtlety and nuance. Honestly, Viola Davis as Annalise Keaton is one of her best performances I have ever seen on TV. Number 6, Ty Burrell as Phil Dunphy from Modern Family. Modern Family is a show I love so much with so many interesting, lovable, brilliant, comedic characters. But Phil Dunphy is like the cream of the crop. And his portrayal by Ty Burrell was something that was just so precious to watch. Ty Burrell's comedic timing is impeccable, and his ability of finding humor in everyday situations was something that was so enthralling and magnetic to watch. He was able to capture the quirkiness and the lovable personality of the character and brought it to life brilliantly. And his chemistry with the rest of the cast is another thing that just elevates his performance to a much greater level. In a show filled with memorable characters, Ty Burrell as Phil Dunphy manages to stand out among all of them. And his performance in Modern Family is a performance for the ages. Number 5, Jason Sudeikis as Ted Lasso from Ted Lasso, the optimistic coach with a heart of gold. Jason Sudeikis' performance as Ted Lasso was transcendent. His performance was so charismatic, genuine, and endearing. This character of Ted Lasso is a character that is a very complex character, and it could have easily been made a one-sided character if a lesser actor had played it. But Jason Sudeikis was able to capture the art and the essence of the character in a brilliant way. He infused Ted Lasso with warmth, sincerity, and humor. And the way he navigates Ted Lasso's character development throughout the series was something that was done superbly well. He captured his vulnerability, he captured his lovable personality, and he brought it all together seamlessly. And his performance was a brilliant performance. Number 4, Matthew Perry as Chandler Bing from Friends. Another show with so many incredible characters played by incredible actors. But Chandler Bing, man, I'm sure a lot of people that have seen Friends will agree with me when I say Chandler Bing is honestly the best character of the bunch. And his portrayal by Matthew Perry is another thing that elevates the character to a greater level. The way Matthew Perry delivers Chandler's sarcastic lines was done in a very, very brilliant way. He captured the comedy of the character and also captured the vulnerable parts of the character so seamlessly. And his chemistry with the cast is another thing that makes his performance a much more endearing performance. And Matthew Perry also managed to add so much depth and vulnerability and relatability to the character and make Chandler being honestly a fan favorite character. Number three, Peter Dinklage as Tyrion Lannister from Game of Thrones. Not a lot of people can play this role. One, because the character is a dwarf, and two, because you have to have an incredible presence to be able to play and command the role of Tyrion Lannister. And Peter Dinklage ticks those two boxes. His performance was incredible. His presence was always commanding. Every time he was on screen, you just wanted to keep staring at him and watching him do all his crazy antics. And his performance as Tyrion Lannister was a great performance. In a show full of fantastically memorable characters, Peter Dinklage manages to stand out among the rest. Another thing that makes him so good as Tyrion Lannister is the way he delivers his line. He delivers those lines like those lines are lines that are coming up in his head. He doesn't deliver it like he's reading a script or a line that someone wrote for him. He delivers it like it's his own line, like he's the one that thinks of this thing. And it just makes his performance so endearing. He embodied the character fully and managed to capture this complex character in a very brilliant way. Number two, Bryan Cranston as Walter White from Breaking Bad. Before Bryan Cranston became Walter White, when people heard he was going to be the one playing this role, they were like, this comedic actor, this man from Malcolm in the Middle playing this serious character, it was like a joke, honestly. But when Bryan Cranston played this role and the way he embodied the character, like it was incredible, it was mesmerizing, and was so transcendent. Man, Bryan Cranston captured the essence of this character. And the way he plays the dramatic moments of the character and the more comedic moments of the character were done in a very, very seamless way. And I think that it helped that he's an actor that has a comedic background. So I was able to capture those two elements so brilliantly. His performance as Walter White is one of the greatest performances in TV history. And his chemistry with the cast is another thing that just elevates his performance to a much greater level. Plus, he also has some iconic moments that I feel like no other actor will be able to play as convincingly as Bryan Cranston did. Man, his performance as Walter White was a great performance. Number one, Anthony Starr as Homelander from The Boys. Homelander is one of those characters that feels so larger than life, and to be able to play this character takes something special. And Anthony Starr has that thing. He plays this character to perfection. Anthony Starr brings an intense and menacing portrayal to the role. He captured the role of Homelander so brilliantly to play his vulnerable sides, his insecurities, and his inner conflicts. He played it so well, and he also played his outer persona to the world so brilliantly. When you see him dealing with his inner conflicts and you see him as he relates to the whole world, it's just made so great by Anthony Starr's performance. Man, I've seen a lot of TV shows and I've seen a lot of actors play a lot of characters, but I've not seen anyone embody the role as brilliantly as Anthony Starr did. Some of the cast members of the show even said Anthony Starr is like the closest person to his character. And man, it obviously shows in his performance. He captured the essence of this character, this menacing, out of this world character, and brings him to life in a superb form. So those are 10 perfectly casted TV roles. What other TV roles do you think were perfectly casted? Comment below and let me know. If you watch this video up until now, please like, share, follow, and subscribe to my channel for more contents like this. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. Cheers.